Pisces, I've already pre-shuffled the cards so I can get right to your reading. Please hit like and subscribe. If this turns out not to be your story, please don't hit dislike. I can't quite read for everybody who has this sign around the world. So, I do hope, though, that I at least come close. And I try to talk about the cards enough that I discuss the different, ranges of possibility. So there is actually so much that I could read in these cards that we could be here for hours. Even, well, I don't know if days would be correct, but hours for sure, on all the possible scenarios. So you might pick up on a scenario within the cards, within the ranges that I'm talking about, that I don't touch on in this short video. So, and then there's also the possibility that you're working in your Venus energy, which is, now I know a lot of readers will tell you, the rising, the moon, I for my readings, if you really connect with my energy, know that I sense a lot of Venus energies, that the people in my that follow me, I sense their Venus energies very strongly. So I would try that. Okay, and I also like constructive criticism. If there's anything about my readings that you would like to tell me about, I would not take it personally, and I appreciate it, okay? Because if I can improve, that would help me a great deal. I've been reading a long time, but the whole technical thing and how to do this for a wide audience as opposed to someone one-on-one it's a little daunting, okay? But I'm getting better at it, and I'm really thankful and happy that all of you who support me are paying attention, because I have just so much to give, and I'm looking forward to it every week. Okay. All right. So, Pisces. This looks like you are you married? Or yeah, because or is your person married? It's a possibility here, but this card can mean other things. A strong commitment, or connection, or an agreement. So, but this is generally a more legal type of situation card. So let's see what else is going on. Okay. All right. So you're not quite ready to, you may have, I don't know, have you planted seeds yet? And I don't think you're expecting anything to grow right now. So you might be not quite ready yet. You're a Knight of Wands, but you can't come in with a bunch of passion. And you're not you're not sure that you're going to be able to create this happy life with your person. You know that they want you. You know that they want to give you quite a bit. But you're not sure the best way to go about, for them to go about divvying up resources. Is your person going through a divorce? Or letting go of a long-term commitment that perhaps there are children involved? These could also be about something going on in your person's family. It doesn't necessarily, technically it could be something at work too, but this is kind of a love reading, and this is about contracts, so, and agreements. But look, there's this fairness scale in twice here. And I don't think we're necessarily talking about Libras, although we could be. And Pisces and Libras have a long-standing history of understanding each other. They're at the you know, the midway and completed points in the houses. And they're, you know, because Libras, you know, you get to the seventh house and you start to be more in the partnership mode where you're not in a world from the singular level. And then by the time you get to the 12th house of Pisces, you're like selfless. Not that you're completely unselfish, but you know, you start to look at things in a more spiritual level where you're connected, like everyone is one, right? So there is this unique relationship between Libras and Pisces that I've noticed through the years. So there could be a Pisces Libra connection here. Not saying that's necessarily your person, but those energies are definitely connecting for you on some level in your life. I think that you feel this person is your ultimate person. This is forever. This is never ending, right? But you know, you can't really make any decisions right now to move forward on something that you're not sure is going to work out. I think that you see your person is not able to completely give you the full picture. And it may be just because if they are going through some type of a divorce or some type of a family situation where they may not want to share everything with you. Sometimes masks and deception aren't bad. They're just careful. They're just courtesies, because they don't want to drag you into their toxic situation, because they don't have to be toxic with you. If they have a toxic situation and they're trying to work it out, that doesn't mean they're toxic, right? So I think that you have a lot of decisions to make. I know you want your person, but there's a lot of other things that you could be dealing with if your person is got all this energy going on. You see your person as an emperor, so you got that you sense that they're kind of set in their ways, perhaps, are, which is interesting. You know, I almost want to look at this for a second. I've never thought of the Emperor and Justice as a pair by any, you know, the Emperor and the Empress, and you know, but if there ever was a more rigid person, you know, you got this rigidity going on, right? And if you see your person as being rigid, but you also see your person as trying to be fair, and so that tells me a lot that this Emperor energy that you're worried about with your person is not necessarily so set in his or her ways that they aren't workable. And this could be an Aries, you know. And we were talking about a Libra a bit, but because of the position of this card being in the overall energy, sometimes I sense a strong sign energy. So it could be fire signs in general, though. So keep that in mind. Which against your water could be a little steamy, to say the least. All right. Well, let's see if your person has some answers for us, and we'll look at your person's cards. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm actually moving this over instead of reshuffling the cards to see your person's point of view, because I have another deck that is pre-shuffled, right? I'll just cut it real quick. Ooh, jumper. Oh, an emperor too. See, look, you this. Okay, just so you know, that's not the same emperor. You know, it's not. Okay. Oh, wow, another major arcana's just coming. Oh, holy moly. And that's a good card. Lots of major arcana for, oh, your person has just got tons of major arcana coming out. Just pouring out. Okay. Your person, oh, is a Page of Cups in reverse. Let's see if there's any other, and there's no other court cards here. So that really sums up your person. All these other cards are more representative of how they see you. So, your person is not quite, they don't feel comfortable with what they have to give. And if they are still caught up in some marriage they haven't completely gotten out of, or they got a family issue, whatever the case may be, they don't feel good about what they have to offer. And it's just sort of odd how they, I just trying to figure this one out. This is an interesting juxtaposition, because it's not exactly a mirror when one is reversed, you know. But I will say that the way I read reversals is less opposite and more of like it's on deck. So I think your person sees you as potentially being very set in your ways. So maybe your expectations of what you want to see happen for your relationship may be a little too much right now for them, because they're dealing with so much. It's not that they aren't interested in giving that, but they may not be in a position to do that. They also sense that you're a little tepid. You're not quite, you're like wishy-washy a little bit. Not wishy-washy, maybe more like hot, cold. No, it's more like they sense, and it's not that they're right, but they worry about this, right? This is in no way saying you are this way, but their concerns lean in this direction, that you may not have enough willingness to deal with what they're going through. They do believe, though, that it is moving forward with you and that you are moving forward with them. Here you are mirroring each other again here. Right? So, this is not, you know, you can't make it up, even though this one is upside down. Like I said, it's not, reversals are not opposites for me. So you're mirroring each other here too. You're seeing things as, in terms of how they see things in terms of how you're coming towards them, and you want to come towards them with a lot of passion and a lot to give you a lot, to give them a lot. They see the potential of having it all with you. I mean, even they got out of something that they may have thought that was possible with that person, but they're seeing you as maybe you're the one that they should have been with, because, you know, if you both have a lot to bring to the table, and you have a lot of resources, you know, it doesn't mean that you're going to enjoy spending the rest of your lives together, but I think they see that you two would get along really well, and all the dreams they had with this person that it didn't work out with, maybe the dreams could still come true with you. But, you know, there's a transition period. It's going to take a while. If this person was getting out of a marriage or something that intense, or something's going on in their lives that intense, it's not something that it's going to happen overnight. But you would know that, you know. The Ace of Wands in reverse shows that your person isn't comfortable with starting something passionate with you right now. Probably because, you know, what they have to offer isn't, they just don't feel good about what they have to offer you right now. They worry. Well, yeah, they do. They worry that you're looking around going, why am I even bothering here? I mean, this person is not, you know, coming. Then they may not they may not see you as being sure of yourself in the situation, although they do see you wanting to move forward, and that's a stronger card. They see the potential of, you know, this going really well, but that's not something that's going to be happening right away. But in the long term, this is a major arcana. You know, all these major arcanas are very long term. You know, I don't see a particular soulmate card per se, but with all this major arcana, I'm going to say you've got this is a soulmate. This is you know, getting together in groups, so not so much one-on-one, but I don't think that your person wants that. Perhaps you know too many people in common, and they wouldn't be too keen on, I don't know that they would judge, because if something went that wrong in a marriage, I don't think they would want to stop someone from being happy. But you never know. There's all these kinds of things, like maybe it's too soon, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's just that it's hard to, you know, to enjoy the happiness that you two are finding in each other, in groups, because they're probably thinking, why is this person happy when they're going through all this and that? It's a very confusing time. So I think that you probably want to see each other one-on-one, but maybe not all the time either, and just see how it goes, without expectation. But with all this major arcana on the table, I think you guys are going to see through to the other side. It's not this is a long-term story. That's the other side of the coin with the major arcanas, you know. You guys have major chemistry. Yeah, and that's probably, you know, that's probably why your person, it's funny, it just happened to be the first card, and that's the best place to put it based on where there's room, but it actually kind of goes there. What can I say? Reconciliation. Okay, so this suggests that maybe you guys are the ones who are married, and you guys are the ones that are making up, or just be aware that your person could, I mean, in a worst case scenario, if they are getting out of this marriage and stuff, you have to give them room, because if they haven't finalized the divorce and they haven't truly moved on, you always want to do the right thing for the person you love, and make sure that you give them room if they really want to reconcile the marriage. I don't think that that's the case. It could, but I also see how it also could be. You know what just crossed my mind, or my heart. I don't know what it is, but something, you know, went boom, you know, in me, and I saw how maybe this card, did you guys have a relationship before the marriage, and you guys are finding each other again? Or it may not even be a reconciliation so much as well, I mean, it is a form of reconciliation, but maybe you weren't together on that level, but you are coming together on that level this time, right? You may have known this person for a while. Then there's another possibility that this is a past life situation, this soulmate. So we've already established there's so much major arcana here. So this could definitely be suggesting soulmate. I don't think it really means that they're going back to the person that they're leaving, but just in case that has been crossing your mind, I just want you to keep that in mind, to stay open to what life is doing, right? Life on life's terms. Well, yeah, you guys are gonna have a honeymoon phase. I love it. Okay, you guys are definitely gonna work it out. Whatever's going on, if it's not even, I don't even know if it's a marriage, you know, what they're dealing with. The only thing I know for sure is that they're going through something pretty heavy, and they're feeling like what they have to offer is kind of fishy right now, but they're definitely, look what's coming down the pike for you. There's all this chemistry. I mean, it's gonna happen, you know? So Ah, I'm thinking dinner and a bottle of wine. Okay, well, I guess nothing too heavy from your person's thoughts about you, because this cards that I made are basically just you know, the thoughts that are going through your person's mind, regardless of what the spirit guides are telling you and whatnot, just to be and you know, probably the stuff that they're going through is so heavy that, you know what, getting away with you and having a nice time is really just on the menu for them. That's your reading, Pisces. I hope that I gave you some insight, something to think about. I gave you enough of your story that you could see what's going on and so you can make better decisions. Don't forget to give a like and a subscribe. If you need to give a dislike, please don't let it be because it's not your story, because I can't get everybody's story, as I mentioned. But please do let me know in the comments what I could do differently, because I am new. My first 6 months, I'm learning. And also keep in mind that I would love to hear from you if you do have a different take on this story. And until next time, Pisces.